So some more information that I got the last previous week from uh, talking to people, strangers, was one of them was um, I was taking notes, so it may not be accurate, but it's First John chapter 2 verse 16, I believe. I have this written down. I think this might be it. But life means nothing without the presence of Christ. And now, the thing with me is, I used to not be religious at all. Before going to boot camp, I was always thinking of myself as an atheist, and I wouldn't believe in God because I had this silly mentality of, if I don't see Him, how can I believe in Him? But the thing is, through hardships and through certain interactions and decisions that I made, I believe that God gave me those interactions and those outcomes because of the choices that I made. For example, I would always have that main problem of, like, if I don't see Him, I don't believe in Him. But talking to people and communicating with those who have a much not bigger, but have had a longer relationship with Christ opened my eyes. One of the simplest answers for me that I think about was it's a song by Caleb something. He's like a rap artist, and he made like a religious song. I forgot what it was called, West Side something. And one of his lyrics was, you're not going to see air, but you're still going to breathe. And that's something that I think about often too. Like, I mean, how do you know you can go to a certain location with people you've never met before, and you can trust that you're not going to get stabbed? It's faith that you have in that instance, not like literally, but like it's kind of like similar. Although, I can't, sit down next to him and everything, I can believe that he was present around over 2,000 years ago, and he died for everyone on earth to forgive them and give them the eternal gift of life. And that was something that I processed through my long year of thinking maybe I should change the mentality. And there was many times where I genuinely believed that I was present with Christ in the same room. It felt like He was there listening. It felt like sometimes in the middle of the night when I was just alone and going through depressive state a couple of years ago, not a years ago, yeah, maybe a year ago, I was just hopeless, and I would be in my bed with the lights off and everything, just be staring at the ceiling and just conversating, having a conversation with Him. And I believed it felt like He was present. It felt like He was on the edge of the bed, just listening to everything I was saying. And my relationship with Him is not the strongest, but I am working to strengthen it with Him because I want to live my life through Him. I believe, I know that if He came down here today or tomorrow and He would be like, give me your life, without hesitation, I'd be like, yes, my Lord, my life is yours. And I wouldn't hesitate. I'd probably be like a little nervous. He'd be like, oh, yeah, yes sir, yeah, something like that at first. But I believe that if He were to ask that of me or anything, I would do it without a second doubt. And I do believe now, like, truly, that He was he was present and he died for everyone, including those who had the same mentality as I do, or reject him. That he loves them. He loves every one of us, and it hurts to know that during that time, it was a one-sided relationship where he was inviting me to his heart, but I was rejecting him because of the silly idea that I had, and for that I'm very regretful. But thanks to his great grace, he forgives me for that, because he knew that I would eventually come around, and he was patient enough to give me another chance to follow him. Anyway, the other video I was talking about how not taking the initiative, something along the lines of, if you don't take the initiative, you don't know what awaits for you, something like that. And last Sunday, like 2 days ago, because unfortunately I didn't make a video yesterday because I was lazy. I'll be straight up, I was lazy, but I'm making one now. Last Sunday, I went to a local church with the guy I talked about from high school, who I looked up to, and after doing that, it felt very relieving, because I joined him and I got to see that how he was what he was because of the places he surrounded himself with, people who he talked to, his mannerisms and everything like that. And after church, I thanked him, like, thank you for taking me to this service and everything. And we got some lunch after that. And when we got lunch, even on the way in the car and everything, we were talking, and then I was asking him questions and everything. I was like, dude, I'm like, I never told you this, but I was looked up to you in high school, because you were always like the perfect kid in my vision. And he of course he said thank you, and as we started communicating more, and I asked him more like personal questions about struggles, especially with guy troubles, I came to realize that he's also human, and it felt very, I guess, relieving in a way, because he, like I said, he's human too, and he wasn't perfect. I mean, none of us are perfect except for the Lord. And if I had never, sent that message last week about, how you've been, could ask some questions, and like he eventually led to us meeting and going to church together and again some lunch afterwards, I would still be dwelling on the fact that should I contact this guy, because I just think he's just so great, but I just don't feel like I'm worthy. But he was telling me, do not feel that way. You never know what the other person is like until you actually sit down and have a conversation with them, and which after I did, it felt more, I felt more alive. I felt happier. I felt less insecure. And I felt like if I could do that, if I could take that initiative of something that I was dwelling on for several months, of like contacting this guy that I really looked up to and everything, that I could do other things too. And that's something I'd like to share, that again, taking the initiative is very important, because you never know what's going to happen if you never take the initiative, for example. And rejection is something that I should mention too, that rejection, no one likes being rejected. No one. Not me, not you, not anyone in the world. But without rejection, this world would be a utopia, and it'd be very different from the way it is now. And I believe, matter of fact, I know that rejection is necessary for development and growth and just life. I mean, I've been rejected by schools. I've been rejected by jobs. I've been rejected by women. I've been rejected by sports, hobbies, friends, like strangers, like, and that kind of made me who I am today. Maybe made me very, very humble. It made me understand that, you know, you're never gonna always win, but you never know the chance if you never take it. Like, even though I got rejected by one of my schools that I wanted to go to, I got accepted to another one, and I come to find out that that one was a much better choice because it was closer to home and was more affordable, and they just had its other benefits too. And this part's really for the guys. Getting rejected by girls, I mean, it sucks. It stings. It always does. No guy likes it. But if you were, you know, accepted first try, every try, you wouldn't be the person you are today. You wouldn't really be that way. And the more you get used to rejection, whether it be in, you know, relationships, schools, sports, other activities, etc., the more confident you'll be, because you'll understand that life is not all about wins, and there has to be lows in order to get to the high parts. So yeah, getting used to rejection is also very important as well. And another thing that I want to probably end with is, let's see, I had this one thing. Don't be afraid to take risks. With, like I said, like at the beginning, if I'd never taken that risk of contacting this individual, I wouldn't have known the greatness that I would have gotten out of it. I got a great conversation out of it. I got a great connection out of it. I got a great introduction to a new location that I've never been to, and that's very, very nice, because if I had never taken that risks, I wouldn't have been there, and I would probably just spent the Sunday just doing whatever. So don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. If anything, now is probably the best time to step out of your comfort zone, because you're not young enough to like not be able to process it, but you're also not too old where rejection is like your last few options. You have no more choices to do. So talking to like the middle-aged people, not saying it's not possible with youngers, youngings or elders, but just take the risk. Honestly, I believe that the pro definitely outweighs the con. You never know what's gonna happen if you don't do it. You might get rejected, which will suck. It sucks, but it is what it is. Like my dad always says, it is what it is. Or you could potentially make a new friend, start a new relationship, get a new job, go to a new school, meet new people. Those are just 5, and I only thought of one con. So that ratio pretty much proves that it is worth the risk. In a it's worth it in a you know, positive manner. If you do it like drugs and you say, I'm gonna take the risk and see what it does, I mean, that's not a good example, but I believe that it was that taking the risk really makes you confident, builds you up, makes you stronger, right? And gets you used to rejection, right? Starting is always the worst part. Kind of like going to the gym. I never liked going to the gym when I first started, but now I can't stop, and it's only proven to make me mentally better, more confident, stronger, and other, you know, other factors as well. And it's really something that, you know, it won't really hurt you if you were to do it. So yeah, that was just something I wanted to share. I didn't post yesterday because I was lazy. I'll be honest, I was lazy. I had a choice too, but I was on my bed, and that's why I'm doing this, because I can hold myself accountable and be like, oh man, I didn't post yesterday. That made me feel bad. So being able to like know like, oh, yesterday I recorded a journal entry, but today I didn't, makes me feel like, yeah, you know, that doesn't feel good. So I want to change that. I want to do something about it. So yeah, but that was just something I wanted to share today. Today was a good day. and I hope that everyone has had a good day as well. So that was something I wanted to share. So see you.